I was like hidden watching their vlog.
Come to daddy. A little visitor for the week.
Is that getting a bit too springy? Potentially. Hello gang, good morning, happy Monday, welcome to another weekly vlog. I am currently parked up and waiting to, well not waiting to, I just thought I'd film a clip before I go. I'm taking myself on a nice little walk this afternoon, and if you've seen my TikTok recently, I basically have been challenging myself to, well, I say if you've seen my TikTok recently, this will be the first one, but I'm challenging myself to date myself and spend more time alone doing things that I enjoy doing. So, for example, going for nice long walks with a podcast, going and sitting in coffee shops with a book on my own, going to the cinema on my own, basically progressively getting more and more adventurous, doing things solo to the point where I maybe go on a trip on my own or something, and this is the first one. I'm taking it lightly, taking it slowly, and I have done things like this before, but I just thought this was like a nice ease into the process. So we're going to go on a nice little walk. I'm layered up, but not too much because it is really sunny today. So I think it's about 12 degrees. Not the warmest, but not the coldest. And I feel like if I'm walking, I'll be picking up a bit of like body warmth, you know? So I'm going to put my bits on and head out for this little nice walk on my own, which is going to be very cute. Getting out for a walk is probably one of my favourite things in the world, but I think it's so good for just calming your mind, relaxing your body, especially in the middle of a working day. Just getting outside for like 5 minutes is so worthwhile to me, and it's something I'm really trying to make sure I do this year. Just that 5 minute, 10 minute burst, or if I can do longer, then I'm doing longer, just to make sure that my body is moving, and it's so nice. And it means I get to listen to a podcast the whole way through as well. We're gonna have to find a different route because I'm not wearing the right shoes for this. Oh my god, I just started hearing really weird noises and I was like, what on earth is that? It's the bin mitt. I can see the lights flashing in the window. God, that just scared the life out of me. I was like, what is happening? The lighting's playing up, but I thought I would try and show you my pre-gym skincare routine because I've changed it up a little bit and I really like how it looks at the moment, and I think it's quite a good little routine, especially if you are like me and you like feeling nice at the gym sometimes. I need to sort my hair out a little bit because it looks a bit questionable, but I've just popped on the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturising Lotion. I've used this every day for like 6 months and it still hasn't gone down. It's still going strong. And then I'm gonna do my brows first because I don't want to get stuff all over my, like, you know when you push your brows up and then you get the residue stuff, like I just don't want to go anywhere. So I'm using Pink Honey. This is from TikTok Shop. It's, that light is very annoying, isn't it? I don't know how to, is that better? You basically just spray it with setting spray. That potentially was a bit too much. And then it's got a little hole in the middle and you just whirl the spoolie thing around. And then back home, this one I actually prefer to Refy. I know that's a bold statement because I was such a Refy girl and I absolutely loved it. But this one is arguably 5,000 times better. It's cheaper and I don't know if it's longer lasting yet because I've only been using it for 2 weeks, but it's really good and I really like it. For some reason, this eyebrow is so much more sparse and I don't know what to do. Like, I literally have tried everything and it's always more sparse, which is why I film it. But we're just going with it. And then I've actually got 2 serums here. The reason there's 2 different brands is because this, like the lighter, okay, I bought this one and this is the medium True Match Nude Tinted Serum. So it's skincare, but also obviously tinted. Then I've also got the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. This one is in like the lightest shade because this I bought a little bit too dark. Mix that in and then we're good to go. And then it's just really subtle, which I quite like. So all good in that one. And sort my hair out now. It needs a wash. It's so itchy at the moment. When it gets to winter, my head gets so itchy on like to be honest, all the time. The only time it's not itchy is like fresh out of the shower, if I've showered in the evening, but oh, it's just so annoying. I've spoken to friends about it and they've said they get it as well, and it's just super itchy. Maybe I'll just do a low bun, to be honest. It's a bit easier than anything else. That lighting is terrible, I'm so sorry.
Nothing beats leftovers for lunch.
My mum was meant to be staying yesterday and she got her days wrong. So she told me I was taking her to the airport today. I'm not, I'm taking her to the airport tomorrow. So that's really fun because I'd cooked all the food for 4 people and she's not coming. So it's quite handy because James and I have both had it for lunch today. So he took it to work, I've got it here, and it's fed us well. But it's really annoying because I kind of wish she'd said something, but she didn't. You'll have to go watch the TikTok. I did a whole TikTok talking about it. But basically, I feel like parents become your teenagers as soon as you become an adult. So my mum has definitely become my teenager at the moment. But I'm having a really chilled day because initially I intended for today to be a like laptop day, just getting stuff done, like editing and whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is just really like crack on and get things done on the computer. It's so annoying because as soon as something changes in my plans, it throws my whole day off. So I'm trying to just really like get in the mojo of like doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I've been really sparse on what I'm supposed to be doing for the last hour or so, but I'm trying to get back in, I'm trying to focus, and we're getting there. It's 1:30, so I've got a few hours before James comes home and then before they get here. So I'm gonna really put my head down. I need to sort the podcast out for tomorrow, edit up a few like videos I did yesterday, some snippets for the podcast, all that kind of good stuff. I've been toying with mentioning this on the vlog for the last couple of days because I'm just unsure with what I'm doing, and I know I can be quite sporadic with ideas and stuff and I can change my mind quite a lot, so I just haven't mentioned it thus far. And I don't know if it's definitely going to be a thing or if it's not, I don't know, I haven't decided, but I'm really in 2 minds at the moment about whether to get a part-time job. And my reasoning is more so focused around us buying a house. So I could work smarter and allow myself an extra like 2 days a week of just nothingness. And I thought if I've got 2 days of doing nothingness during the week, so like 3 days of working really hard, 2 days on the weekend and then an extra 2 days, I could just get a part-time job that fills that time, gives me some socialization, because I do get quite lonely when I'm working from home 24/7. Like I just find it quite difficult sometimes to not have like any social interaction all day. So like this morning, for example, Jane's left at 5 and I've not seen another human, but I've been to the gym, but I haven't really like spoken to anyone apart from voice notes all day, and it does get quite lonely sometimes. So I thought maybe for socialization, but also for the fact that I don't need that money, but why would I not make more when I can to put into a savings pot? Because even if it's like part-time and it's only like £5,000 a year or something, that's still extra money that I wouldn't have had otherwise, if that makes sense. And I also think I need to speak to my accountant because I don't want to do it if it's detrimental. But I was also thinking like mortgage lenders typically prefer you to have an employment as opposed to being self-employed. Like self-employed, they're way harder on you. So I don't know whether it will look better or worse. I need to speak to him about it, to have a part-time job, because if I did do that and I did it purely till the point of buying the house and then I stopped doing it, I don't know. We're going to look into it. There's a lot of different working parts, but it does get quite lonely. Don't get me wrong, I'm so grateful that this is my full-time job, and I'm so grateful that I've been doing it for the best part of like 7 years full-time. Like this has literally been my only job for 7 years, but I do think it would be nice sometimes just to have someone else to talk to during the day and like keep my mind busy in a different way, or just, to be honest, earn a little bit of extra cash. Like I don't need to do it. I can still save and I still have, like, I still earn really good money, but I just think, would it be worth it to have that extra bit of cash that I can just pocket straight away? And also to look good to the mortgage man, because then I have like an actual employment too. I don't know. I'm undecided. I'm having a think about it at the moment and seeing where my mind takes me and seeing whether I long-term think it's a good idea or whether it's like a brash decision, because I know what I'm like. I'm like that. I do make brash decisions, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it would necessarily change anything. I'd still be able to do everything I'm doing. I'd still be able to record the podcast and like do all these other things and keep up with the weekly vlogs and everything. I just think it means that I would have to work smarter on my days, really, because like today I've not really done anything and I could have done loads this morning, and then like, I don't know, I'm very much a procrastinator and I can be quite lazy because I get time blindness. I need to get back into work mode on that note and crack back on. But it's just a little thought. I don't know whether I'm going to do it or not. It's just a little thought in my brain of something I potentially could do.
Got a little visitor for the week. Hello, Mr. Buddy. He's come to stay for a week, haven't you? Yeah.
We are looking after Buddy for Ebony for the week because she's in Sri Lanka, which is very exciting. So we've said that we'll watch Buddy because he comes here quite often anyway. Like, well, I say quite often, he's been here a few times. And we don't really have much on this week, so it saves her getting like dog sitters and stuff. It's quite nice having him here. And he's being really, really good actually, so he's not a bother at all. He's completely fine. He's just sitting on different parts of the sofa, trying to decide his favourite spot. He's had a couple of little goes outside. I don't know if he actually knows the word, so I don't want to say it just in case, but he's being really, really good. Like, he's such an angel. So it's quite nice having him here. Can't say I'd have a dog often in this flat, just for the fact that this flat is not like the most dog friendly place in the world, and it is just quite annoying when you're in a flat to keep taking your dog outside and stuff, but for a week he's fine. And it is quite nice as well, where I get quite lonely, like I said yesterday, it's quite nice to have a little dog around that can just, you know, keep me entertained throughout the day. I can take him for my little walks every day. Just confirmed he doesn't know that word because he's not even looking at me. I am potentially going out to shoot today. James has got the day off work, so he's going to be having a little boys' day with this little monkey. And I'm going to be off potentially shooting with my friend Rhiannon. But it does depend on the weather because it's so grey and gross outside that I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to do anything. Because if it's gross, obviously we don't want to take pictures where it looks rubbish. So I'm hoping that it brightens up. But if it doesn't, I think we're going to be staying put. Watching this man in this tree is fascinating. I don't think you can really grasp just how tall this is. Oh. But he's so high up. I don't know what he's doing. He must be cutting it maybe, because they've been cutting a few trees down, but he's so high. How is he not scared? I'd be terrified. Like, I know he's hooked on, but scary. Go on, show me what you were just doing. Tell me how you were telling me to pose. That looks like a come to daddy pose.
It is. It's fun pose. It's
come to daddy. Girl dinner, girl dinner, girl dinner. Good morning. It's Thursday. I don't actually know how on earth it's Thursday. I don't know what I'm doing with myself today. I feel a bit out of it, to be honest. I don't know why. I think I'd had so many plans for the beginning of the week and so much to do that today just feels like, I don't know, a nothing day. So I obviously haven't really vlogged in the last 48 hours, but on Tuesday night my mum stayed, which I think I mentioned that she was meant to stay Monday and then she didn't, and then it was a whole thing. So she stayed Tuesday night and I took her to the airport yesterday morning, and yesterday I feel like I lived 9 lives before 12, because I took her to the airport, took Buddy out for a walk for about 20 odd minutes. Then I had like a nice sit down on the sofa with James for an hour or two, and then I went out shooting / coffee date with Rhiannon, and I just feel like I lived 50 lives before I'd even hit lunchtime. It was very odd. So yeah, yesterday was a very, very busy one. Tuesday feels like it was 6 years away, and I don't know what to do with myself for the rest of the week, to be honest with you. There's just a lot of things I need to do, but I don't know which one to tackle first, and I'm slightly nervous about trying to navigate like making content with Buddy in the house. I think I might have to put him into a different room with his bed and like some toys and stuff, because I just don't want him in and out of the videos, which I don't know if anyone remembers, but I looked after him a while ago and he was literally in everything because he was just around my ankles the whole time because he's so needy, bless him. So we're gonna work that out when I get home. But I had the weirdest dream last night, and I feel like I need to share it because it's so odd and it's fresh in my brain. And when I woke up I was like, that's something to talk about in the vlog, because in my dream it was really weird. I was making YouTube videos, and then someone was leaving a comment about how I shouldn't give up and like all this stuff. So I'd obviously talked about something. I don't know what I don't know what I talked about in this video. And then all of a sudden I was like at my friend's house, and like my friend was sat chatting to her boyfriend, but I'm not actually really friends with this person. It's really odd. So I was like under the cover, and she was like sat on the bed chatting to her boyfriend about like what she should do with her nails. And it was almost like I was like hidden watching their vlog, but I was in their flat. It was really weird, really weird. And I was thinking, how odd is it that like that's kind of what it feels like when you're watching a vlog sometimes. Like you feel like a little creeper in the corner of someone's life because they're like sat on their bed vlogging or on their sofa or something, and you feel like you're just sat there. And I was thinking it'd be such a good Black Mirror episode of like when I feel like they've kind of done it before but not, but the whole idea of like when you do a video, like I'm sat doing this video now, but imagine I was sat here doing this and like instead of you guys being like watching in a camera in the future, you were all just like stood outside of my car like watching me. Do you know what I mean? It's just a very weird concept. Like it's just really bizarre. So it just confused my brain a little bit this morning. I just woke up and was like, that's really odd actually when you think about it, because I don't do these videos and think about how many people see them. I just put them up and I'm like, oh yeah, like vlog's up, whatever, like really enjoyed editing that one, like might chat to a few people about it, but I don't think about it in the way of like, oh my god, like 1,000 people have watched that or 2,000 people have watched that. Like that's a lot of people. I just think about it as like, oh yeah, I did a vlog like I always do. It's really odd when you actually think about people watching. Really odd. But anyway, it's 6:30. I have taken Buddy out already. He had a little run around this morning and I gave him his breakfast as I was leaving so that he didn't get sad. So he's currently eating his breakfast and I'm going to quickly do a workout. I also need to pop to Aldi because we need to get a couple of bits. We've got no like bits to go with bits, so we have no like potato or rice or anything at the moment. We've just got like meat or like tofu and stuff, so I need to quickly grab some of them, and we've also run out of vegetables, so I'm going to grab some of that as well. And I think I might film. Let me know if you'd be interested, because I think it might be just coming up after this, but I might film a like monthly reset of like how I reset for a new month and like set everything back up again, or like I guess it's kind of how I reset for a new week, like my Sunday routine of like what we do with the house and the grocery shopping and all that kind of stuff to like reset. So let me know if you'd be down for that and I can get that filmed. I might do it this weekend, maybe, we'll see. But I need to finish this and get my bum into the gym, otherwise I'm never gonna get in there, and it's 7:15. I'm gonna stop yapping on and go in. We are back from the gym and I'm making myself a turkey bagel. What a surprise. I go through stages where I just eat the same thing over and over again, and this is my current easy breakfast. I literally just have this. To be honest, I buy whatever turkey bacon there is, but this one is the cheaper one. It's just naturally smoked turkey bacon rashers. Lovely. And then I just have a little bagel thin, because I find like big bagels first thing in the morning are a little bit too stodgy. So I have bagel thin with that and with some avocado. That's my breakfast. And then I actually got some of these when we went to Lidl the other day, which is just soft pitted dates. I really like these if you like dip them in peanut butter and just eat them as a little snack, because they're quite a good sweet treat. So I'm gonna have some of those, and I think I've decided today is the day that I really start like getting on it with my 10k prep. So I'm gonna have a video coming about my like half marathon vibe. So from the minute I decided to do it, to my training, to how things went wrong, to like picking it all back up, it's gonna be a lengthy process, but I kind of like that, because I think a lot of these videos you see online are people just being like, I'm gonna do a 10k in 3 weeks time, and then they nail it and they do a really good time, and it's like, it just seems a bit like great that they did it, but I'm like, let's be more realistic about the fact that not everyone can achieve things that quickly. So I thought it would be nice to just do like a longer process version of that. So I've been filming like the odd bits here and there throughout running and training and hurting my hip and having physio and then breaking my toes and then having to lose that race and my race bib turning up and all this kind of stuff. But the 10k is on Easter Sunday, so I'm gonna get myself a nice big dairy-free Easter egg to have on the way home from that 10k. So like on my drive home, I'm literally gonna demolish a whole Easter egg, and I'm so excited about it. But I'm gonna try and attempt my first run today and take Mr. House Guest with us. I don't want to say it out loud just because I don't know if he knows the word, but I'm going to take him and I'm going to attempt to run. But I think it'll be good because it's like where I'm going to take him is such a small like route, so it's only like 2k or something, which means that I physically can't run a long distance, but I also don't think I should. So I'm just going to see if I can do it. If I can't, then I just do the thing that begins with W, and then if I can, perfect, amazing, love that. And I'm actually quite excited about it. I think it's gonna be really, really good. So I'm gonna do that at probably like 12:30, I think, maybe. It's currently 8:30. Yeah, 8:42, and we've already been out outside and I've been to the gym. I think I'm currently bossing life, but I've got quite a few bits to do today and I'm going to try and get them all done. I've got lots of YouTube bits to film and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. I laughed so much at James when he wanted to get these tiny little pincers, but they're actually really handy. If you've not tried it before, the Flave Drops from My Protein are great if you like a little bit of syrup in your coffee, and the butter biscuit tastes like Biscoff. So good, 10 out of 10.
That's not gonna happen, that's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, 'cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go, gotta know when to let go, gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make it grow, can make it grow, can make it grow.
Just been out for a run and it's so flipping warm. It was 16 degrees. The flat's currently 24 degrees. And I'm wearing a knitted jumper that, I'm not gonna lie, even though it's got holes in, is the warmest thing ever. Like, honestly, this makes me so hot. So I think I'm gonna put some cycle shorts on actually and just sit on the sofa and get some work done. Because this is, I don't know, I think this would be quite cute with some little cream cycle shorts. Maybe, we'll see. Or I've got light blue shorts, maybe some light blue cycle shorts. Is that getting a bit too springy? Potentially, I don't really know. We'll try it out. I've just managed to film my whole spring capsule wardrobe video, which I get asked all the time if I'm gonna bring these back to YouTube. And I'll be honest, I stopped doing them for a little while because I just felt like they were really samey, and now I've really found my style, and I kind of know the difference now between like my year-round capsule wardrobe, which is like the pieces that I just keep all year round, they stay, they're staples, like that's just that, and my seasonal ones. So my year-round is the pieces that kind of stay out all the time. My seasonal ones are more like interchangeable, so things that come and go depending on the weather. So a lot of what's in my year-round isn't in this, apart from a few bits like my blazer and that kind of thing. So I highly recommend watching this when it comes out. I'm actually not sure when I've scheduled it for. It's a really good one and I love it, and it also features some new Songmont bags, which I'm completely in love with. They're so gorgeous, look at this. The print is stunning. They also do it in a dark brown, and I think it's the same colour this, I can't remember, but they do like a darker version. Kind of wish I'd got the mini one in a darker version, I'm not gonna lie, but I do really like it in that colourway. So yeah, I need to put all of this away. I also need to just chill on the sofa for a bit. I've had to cover the sofas because I took Buddy out for a run and he's very muddy. Oopsie. We're about to go on a little walk because James has today off work, so I've taken today off work. I was meant to be doing a podcast a bit later on, but it's really, really hard to do the podcast when a certain little person keeps like scratching at the door and yapping. So I've just postponed it to next week, and then I'm going to do a few in bulk. But I wanted to tell you about this because, my God, guys, if you like a little push-up situation, then this is literally the best sports bra in the world. It's got like a padded, like, you know the sports bra cup things they put in? It's padded, and it is honestly, I think mine's actually twisted the wrong way, I'll be honest with you. I don't know which way around it's supposed to go, but it's padded, so it kind of like pushes them, which is fabulous if you have nothing like me. But I just thought I'd pop it on because I had it on this morning. It's from Tala, it's very, very cute. But honestly, I'm just tracking on the most basic of outfits because we're just going for a walk. So I'm going to make a coffee in a minute with the Biscoffy syrup stuff. You know, the syrup drops that I showed you yesterday. So I'm just going to wear this and my little gilet zipped up. And we're good to go. I might put a cap on though because my hair is actually quite greasy. So I'm thinking maybe like a little cap situation. I still can't find my Ralph Lauren one. I don't know what I've done with it. Maybe a blue one. I haven't worn this one before. Maybe this cap. Got our coffees ready to go. I think he's ready to go. I stand by these being the best. It honestly tastes like Biscoff and I love it. And then I've also been putting this into my big Stanley cup over there. You just put a scoop of this and it's basically just protein, but it tastes like pineapple juice. It's so good. So once a day I'll just do that.
Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, telling you it ain't.
Do you know what I absolutely love? Curdling milk. It's fabulous. I've got coffee with almond milk in and it never normally curdles, but for some reason today it's decided to. Love that for me. So I'm drinking my curdly coffee, which is lovely. Plant milk drinkers, you understand my pain. I'm off out to shoot again with Tash today, and I know I've been shooting a lot recently. There's been a lot of shoot days, there's been a lot of like seeing friends and doing various bits of content. Honestly, most of my friends work full-time in like office jobs or they're dentists or whatever, so finding time to get them for a shoot is really, really difficult. So whenever they offer up a day, I'm like, yes, absolutely, we're doing it. And it just so happens that the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I've had quite a few different shoot days with Rhiannon and with Tash, like separately. So Tash asked if we could do a shoot day today and I jumped at the chance because I really want to get some spring content done. Normally I don't try and shoot for like that far ahead, but because I've done a couple recently that were really wintry, sorry, I'm going to start doing some spring content, which is really exciting, but it's also like the most gloomy grey, like meh day today. So we'll see how it goes, but I am about to steam some bits. I've got some trousers somewhere that need steaming, and then I've got the skirt up here, which is actually from Dish, and I got this skirt for £15. These retail at like £95, I think. All of the Dish skirts that are maxis or midis are about $119, which works out at being like 80 to 90 pounds. I can't work out the American exchange rate, but I'm using my Tefal steamer. I did an ad for this in, I want to say like October last year, and it's honestly the best thing ever. It's called the Pop Steamer. I'll leave it linked because it's just so fab. It's got a little water cartridge bit, and it's one of the smallest, lightest steamers I've ever used. And it's also got this little bit on it as well, which is really handy. So it's got one side that's a bit more rough to get lint off of things, and then you've got a smooth side for like silks and stuff. But it's honestly so good, and I'm really loving it for speed. Sometimes I do whack the iron out, but for the most part, we just give it a good steam. I love this skirt. I just really wish it had pockets. That's the only thing that I think would make it a bazillion times better. I think as well, I'm going to start using a digital wardrobe app. So there's one called Index that's apparently so good, and I think I might start using it because I really want to start tracking what's in my wardrobe, how often I wear things, all that kind of stuff, because I think that will be a really good teller of the most worn pieces in my wardrobe, and you know, just bits and pieces here and there that are just really handy, because I've seen a few people online using it. I know the Anna Edit uses Index. I just watched a vlog of hers talking about it, which is what made me want to go across. I was going to download Wearing, but she said that she's converted over from that, so I think maybe I'll give it a try. If I don't like Index, I can always go back. But I just think it's a really good idea, especially if you're someone who is a little bit more conscious with their shopping habits and maybe doesn't just, you know, buy new 24/7. And I also just think it'll be good to see like everything I've got. So when it comes to planning outfits, it might be a little bit easier if I've literally got it all like right in front of me, you know? Oh my God, look how quickly I've done that. Perfect. I'm going to take these trousers as well. I got these in Bali and I absolutely love them. They're just like white floaty trousers. They're really good for on holiday and stuff, like just with a bikini, but also fab for wearing with a jumper and stuff in spring. I quite like trying to mix in my summer holiday wardrobe and just wearing it a little bit differently to see kind of how I can make it look, you know. I actually don't know how much these cost me. I think it's probably about £5 or something. They were so cheap. But I just really wanted some white floaty trousers that would last me years and years and years. And because they're tie waist, I think they will be absolutely perfect for forever, to be honest. Like if I gain a bit of weight, if I lose a bit of weight, like they'll still fit me really well. They're also quite timeless, so I think I could wear these well into like my 50s and stuff. Obviously just, in fact, I don't even think I'd really need to style them that differently, because if I popped these on for like a summer outfit and just wore like a black t-shirt and maybe a black blazer with some Birkenstocks, like that's still quite a good outfit, even if I'm, you know, a bit older, but then equally good for right now. And then obviously just wearing with like a bikini or swimsuit or something underneath as well. But I've got a little trip with some friends coming up in the next couple of weeks. Wow, is it the next couple of weeks? No, it's in like mid-May. We're going away for my friend Rhiannon's 30th, going to Corfu, so these are definitely being packed because they're just so great. I do need to get them taken up ever so slightly. They're from a brand called Basique et Moi. That's the brand, and I've got a size small.